Exotics are now in creative. Season 2 dropped and with it are a bunch of exotic rarity weapons. So many people have wanted exotic weapons in creative mode for a long time now, and although we don't have some of them like the dub, the exotics we have are amazing and really will change so many maps with their unique gimmicks. And so I built this showcasing area to showcase all of these new weapons, so you don't have to book. Before we begin, please consider using someone's creator code when purchasing the new battle pass or any item shop cosmetics. My creator code is NovaJ. And here is a quick shout out to the patrons. Thank you all. And with that said, let's just get straight into this. The first exotic weapon is the Grappler Bow. As you can see, it can be shot normally like every other bow. However, if you hold down before you shoot, it becomes a grappler. This makes it cool to scale structures without using a slot for a grappler item. I really like this one. Next up is the Shadow Tracker. It's a silenced pistol. However, when you hit somebody with it, it will track them so you can see where they are. I couldn't show this feature in game, but it's similar to the recon scanner and flare gun. A really neat addition. The Nighthawk isn't your usual scope pistol. It now has a thermal scope when aiming down sights. I love that we are progressively getting more and more thermal items in creative, and will be cool for maps which use thermal as a main mechanic rather than using the thermal assault rifle all the time. The Marksman 6-shooter is a 6-shooter which deals weak body damage, but really high headshot damage. If you're creating a map with really precise shots, this is the weapon for you. I'm going to avoid this weapon as I have a terrible aim. The Hot Rock dualies are one of my favorite exotic weapons. They work like the regular old dualies, but the twist is that you gain the Hot Rock effect after you shoot them, if it wasn't obvious by the name. I think this is really cool and is a fun way to change up an already fun weapon. Next is the Burst Pulse Rifle. This one is pretty self-explanatory. It is a pulse rifle, but it is now burst, meaning it shoots twice instead of once. Pretty cool change to the pulse rifle. Next up is the Storm Scout. The only main thing I notice that is different with this Storm Scout is that the scope is now blocked around the edges. I should probably say this, but this is my first time using most of these exotic weapons, so if I do miss any details, please leave them in the comments below so that people can find them. Next up is the Dragon's Breath Sniper. The cool thing about this is that whatever you hit will be set alight. I haven't enabled fire physics on this grid island, but if I shoot wooden structures, they will go up in flames and the fire would spread all over them. A really cool sniper idea. And here's another awesome sniper, the Boom Sniper Rifle. This sniper doesn't shoot your typical ammunition, but instead shoots clingers. This is a really cool and unique idea and creates an incredibly fun weapon to mess around with. Again, this is one of my favorite exotics. The Big Chill is actually our first time seeing this weapon in creative. We don't have the other rarities, and so it's really cool seeing the exotic variety. But instead of launching huge snowballs, it instead launches chiller grenades. It's a shame we don't have the normal variant of this weapon yet, but it's cool we have this version instead. And finally is the Burst Quad Launcher. Now this weapon is really cool. Not only is it a burst version of the Quad Launcher, but the missiles go all over the place. These ones just kept on going. Also one of my favorite exotics in creative mode. And that does it for all of the exotic weapons. I quickly want to point out, however, that we have an exotic in the consumables section, which is the Chili Chug Splashes. We've had these for a while now, but thought it would be cool to point out in case any of you guys didn't know. Anyway, that wraps up this video. I hope this gave you a nice quick look at how each of the new exotic weapons work, and let me know what weapons you want to see be added to creative next. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.